It was quite good, yeah. And this is interesting because I had this VWAP, this anchored VWAP drawn out from the pivot high back in December, and we tried to breach it, and then we've come above it, and we're trying to just hold it as support, kind of consolidate, and it looks like we're losing it. And the other thing that I did was this volume range pull from that same pivot high to the current price, and you can see that for a short period of time we were actually trying to hold the support. You see that? And yesterday I was actually quite hopeful that maybe we're just going to hold this area to support. And what's actually happened is have some continued selling. It looks like it's low volume or decreasing volume, which is kind of what you want to see. You want to see reduction in volume. But it does look like we're kind of going through this level, which I thought maybe was holding a support. We kind of want it to hold the support. If there's any big whales out there, just mark it by, please. But you see that we're kind of here. We're kind of losing this area. It goes back to what I was saying before about possibly this coming up down a bit lower. Now, honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen. Right now, this looks like we've put in a lower low. No, we haven't actually. Oh, yeah, higher high. This is a lower low. Bam. So we just put in the first low low. Kind of a low low in the 4-hour time frame. A little bit of market structure. Potential change. But again, I'm kind of still thinking the same thing. The reason I came up with this level was just simply just kind of a volume range pull. And it was the value area, high area there. See, that's kind of why I was imagining that. If we can come there and just kind of hold that area, and then when Bitcoin really wants to go up at the same time we come into this trend line, I don't know, because I've got Bitcoin maybe bottoming out here on Tuesday. Does Bitcoin go up first and then altcoins go up afterwards at the weekend? Yeah, there is possibility for that. Or and then how do we go up? Do we go up like in a crazy way, or do we just go up to put in a lower high? No one really knows what's going to happen here. I do feel like this, if we're going to put in a right shoulder, this is the area to do it. Kind of have something forming like this. As well. It's a bit of a big range here, isn't there, on the price action. Anyway, that's kind of TRVL. I mean, I don't really have much to say except we're at good prices. It's overall, it's really, really bullish. Overall, it's really bullish, and I'll explain why. Just for people who haven't seen these videos before and they're like, why is he so obsessed or fascinated with this token? When you look at the monthly time frame, you're looking at increasing prices, increasing volume. Yeah, assuming it closes green, it's going to be bullish. And now really what I want is a green close above the previous month high. That will be a continuation. So we have quite a lot of volume coming in here. And ideally what you do want is a shorter selling tail than the body, but we have to see how that plays out. This weekly candle is coming back down to give back the gains. And I mean, I think what I want to see in this week is I want to see kind of the price close above there, if possible. Maybe a wick down to there or somewhere. We'll have to see how this week plays out. Look at the 2-month candle. Look, this is a 2-month candle. Look at the volume on that 2 months. The most volume in 2 months ever. A big buy up. However this candle ends, it's bullish. This 2-month candle is really bullish. Yeah. Because it's just, look at it, it's just fucking bullish. Even if it ends up as an inverse hammer, it's bullish. Inverse hammer in the lows onto some kind of higher time frame support is bullish. This 2-month candle is really bullish. And it just affirms what I'm seeing on the monthly time frame. Let's have a look at 2 weeks. Yeah, look at the volume there. Like in the last 2 weeks, more volume in the last 2 weeks than the previous 2 weeks. Similar volume than the previous 2 weeks. Look at the volume. The volume is really nice here. So we're seeing some quite heavy trading, some quite heavy accumulation at these prices. So I'm feeling quite good about TRVL actually. And I'm in El Salvador here. I'm onboarding properties onto the Dtravel network. In case you don't know what I've been doing, then if you haven't checked, then go check. What should you check? I'm going to show you right now. If you go to the app, the travel app, find a stay, and if you go to El Salvador, search, look at that. How amazing is that? Last night I was with 2 hosts last night at the early hours of 1 a.m. I'm going to show you a picture actually. Oh my God, in this picture, my eyes are closed. It's a matter. There you go. My eyes are closed, but here you go. This is at 2 a.m. This is in El Salvador, in San Salvador. This is the my friend Maji. This is my other friend Carlos, and we were just sitting in front of our laptops, and they were both onboarding. I was onboarding both of them onto Dtravel. Magic was able to do it, and those are his properties. And Carlos, he did it, but then there was a slight problem with the pricing, and it didn't on Airbnb, and so he has to just adjust that. I'm going to follow up with him today and get that on. So this is kind of my mission here in El Salvador, to onboard properties. And here I am at 1:30 a.m. last night, just onboarding my pajamas, onboarding. And so that's quite interesting. Huh? We got 3 new listings on Dtravel. And so right now, if you want, you can come to El Salvador, San Salvador. You could book the whole house, an elegant 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom, large, stylish 9-bedroom home. Like, so basically what he's done is he's split his home into separate listings, and you can book that now on Dtravel without paying fees to Airbnb. And also, if you want, you can pay using crypto. So let me just kind of, oh my God, just a little bit slow. I don't know if it's my internet. It could be, probably is my internet. Yeah, my internet's a little bit slow. Don't know why it's slow right now, because I'm looking at the stream, and yeah, the stream is kind of variable right now. I'm not sure what's going on here, but hey, that's quite exciting, isn't it? I think that's quite exciting. Let's see. Let's do a week. So there's a request to book there for a week. Yeah. So he's got a request to book. So you can't go and book it straight away. You can just request to book it, and you can obviously contact him. And the other property that we were looking at was really, really lovely. It's on the coast by the beach. And so when that comes up, I'm going to basically, as I progress in my El Salvador mission, which is to bring the whole of El Salvador onto Dtravel, I'm going to be kind of following this with a little bit of a journey, a little bit of a blog, and I'm going to be showing every single property. And probably in the future, I'm going to be making videos and recording every single property in El Salvador. And that's kind of what I'm doing right here, right now. And at the same time, I'm kind of following the charts and just looking at the charts and seeing how that reflects into the price of TRVL. So if people are bearish and are selling, don't be bearish and sell, because I'm out here busting a gut, doing what I really think is going to change the shape, the face and shape of Dtravel across Central South America. There's a real opportunity here, I see, and I think that we're gonna see some really amazing results. And so it's a tricky one, you know, because the price is falling. What do you do? Do you buy, sell? What do you do? You kind of need the price to settle a little bit, or settle. And it's quite good to kind of catch the price with limit orders and absorb the selling. There's a low here on the 1 hour time frame. We haven't changed market structure yet, but you can see that we are kind of, we struggled to put in, we needed to take out that high, which we didn't. So the higher low, I don't mind this structure, you know, I don't mind these kind of red weeks, green weeks, red weeks, green weeks. I don't mind the way this structure is forming, to be honest with you. It doesn't look unhealthy. It would look a lot more unhealthy when you just get green, 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 green. Whereas right now, what we're getting is like real nice structure forming at these lows. Similar to what we had before here, where we had structure, but the price just kept on going up and up and up. What's changed for me? Nothing really. And when I look at the Bollinger Bands, which I was looking at before, you see the Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame is holding as support. And so we're getting a little bit of a pullback. That's mainly due to Bitcoin, all right? Mainly due to Bitcoin. And then we have to see what happens. I'm not kind of going to speculate right now. There's a little bit of a selling here, a little bit of panic, but there's no reason to be panicked. I'm out here onboarding properties onto the Dtravel network in El Salvador. I'm promoting Dtravel. I'm wearing my Dtravel cap everywhere I go. I'm wearing my Dtravel shirt. Yesterday, I met with the Congressman here in El Salvador, who signed the Bitcoin law into effect here in El Salvador. And guess what I did? I told him about Dtravel. I told him about everything about Dtravel. That's what I did. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. I was telling him about my properties, my completed bookings. I showed him all of this. Can you believe that? I showed him. And these people are very, very interested in crypto. They're very interested in these real world applications and how these applications will impact and change ordinary people's lives here in Central South America. And El Salvador is leading the way. And so naturally, what I showed him yesterday was an empty El Salvador. And my aim is in the next few weeks to show him tens and dozens of properties all coming onto the Dtravel network in El Salvador. That's really my aim. And that will be a real breakthrough revolution, because all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, wow, yeah, they're out here and they're doing something really amazing, and we're helping people and we're transforming people's lives. And that's kind of what Dtravel is about. It's a real movement that we're building here, and hoping that people will be impacted in a positive way. If you go to the Telegram, there's always good stuff there. Oops. Let's have a look what's going on here. This is it. This was the property that we onboarded yesterday. The new booking site activated. The Jaguar House just launched a new direct booking site powered by Dtravel with listings in San Salvador. And this is a good place to find information. Oh, here, this is it. Where is that? Casa Tortuga. Metalia. Where is that one? Is that the other one? Casa Tortuga. That means turtle in Spanish. Yes, this is it. This is the other one. Look, Casa Tortuga. Look at that. Private country house at the beach. So this is the other property. This is Carlos's beach house. Let me just bring his picture back because I deleted it. I have to go back until his image comes back. There he is. This is Carlos there. So that's his property, Casa Tortuga. So yep, there it is. You can go right now and potentially book. Oh yeah, you see, there's something wrong with the rates there, but the property is showing, but it's not showing on this. Probably because the rates aren't adjusted correctly. So that needs to be fixed. But you can see that it's gone live because here, look, new booking site activated. Casa Tortuga just launched a new direct booking site. See that? So that's two properties, that's one listing. That's another three there. That's in El Salvador. That's why I'm out here. I'm out here to bring El Salvador onto the Dtravel network. Oh, that's really exciting. Actually, I'm just going to print that and send that to my friends. I'm quite excited by that, to be honest with you. I'm going to send that to them. They're going to be excited. Really excited. Carlos. But I'm going to help him out today to sort that, whatever that was, that problem, fix that problem. Okay. What else did I want to share with you? There is one other thing I wanted to share with you. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share this actually, but you know me, I like to share stuff. Even though I'm not allowed to share stuff, I like to share stuff. So maybe I shouldn't share this, but I'm going to share it because the thing is on Telegram, I can't share it because you can't view it. So how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I don't know. I have to figure this out.
Hello, guys.
That's it. WhatsApp. I'll do it on WhatsApp. I'm going to bring it over here onto this screen. I don't know if I should share this, but whatever. I don't know if I'm allowed, but whatever. This is really exciting. Watch this.
Hello, guys. So I'm on my way to stay in the villa that I booked for Dtravel, and I'm looking forward to meet the host and also to show you the experience that I live there. Okay, apparently we're here, so just a minute until I show you my home. Oh yeah, this is it. Hi, thank you so much. The villa was unbelievable, and I got welcomed in the best way possible.
My name is Andrew.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Nice to meet you, Andrew. Then Andrew started to explain me all the details of check-in, check-out, and I even asked him if I could check out later, and he agreed. Now, join me with my welcome drink, and let's explore the villa. What I loved about this villa, besides the location, was the decoration. You felt that you were in an old money house, but paying 3 times less. So yeah, I guess this is it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the whole experience with me and for the tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to keep exploring more properties around Bali through Dtravel. See you soon. Hello, guys.